Hello and welcome to EFL Review Game Week 9 and 11. If you have enjoyed these EFL reviews so far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. We've got Championship, League 1 and League 2 content all coming up for you in this week's review as the international break is here again. Very boring, I know, but there's still some fixtures in League 1 and 2 this weekend. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let's just jump into the EFL review. So just jumping straight into the Championship then, and we'll start with Friday night. Wrexham won, Birmingham won. Wrexham looked quite good in this game to start with anyway. Birmingham looked abysmal in that first half, but they are kind of a second half team. Birmingham came flying out the traps with Patrick Roberts, levelling the scoring in that one on both sides, kind of playing each other, cancelling each other out in that one, and Birmingham probably were the better side. It probably could have gone on won that game. Blackburn won, Stoke won. I'm really going to gloss over on that. Probably 2 points dropped for Stoke. Blackburn were on top for most of this game in the second half as well. Cargbo again, they got in the 82nd minute to level up. Hull won, Sheffield United 0. Another defeat for Chris Wilder's side. Not great, is it, for them? Sheffield Wednesday 0, Coventry 5. Very, very good win for Coventry. And Sheffield Wednesday probably should have ran on the pitch because it would have mattered and they would have got another shot at it. Bristol City 1, QPR 2. Good away win for Julian Stefan's side. Bristol City starting to slump down the table a little bit now. Derby won, Southampton 1. Bit of a scrappy draw, this one, between John Eustace and Will Steele's side. Derby mainly on top of the first half. Southampton coming in a bit more in the second half. Fairly even game, probably a deserved point for Derby at Pride Park at home in that one. Millwall battering West Brom by 3-0 as well. Definitely came as a shock as well, didn't it? Very, very poor result from West Bromwich Albion in that one. They'll be looking to do a lot better in that one, of course. Portsmouth 1, Middlesbrough 0. Good home win for John Messina's side. Middlesbrough losing a game of football. That's a very good win for Pompey in that one. Preston 2, Charlton 0. Very good win for P&E in that one. Solid win for Paul Heckingbottom's side. Nathan Jones' side slumped down the table a little bit after that loss. Leicester City and Abdel Fattawi are getting results, and Matisse Fuentes is getting results, more importantly, at Leicester City as they beat Swansea and Alan Shearer. Swansea don't look that great. They've only beaten, I think it's all the bottom 6 sides, was it, coming into the last match day? They don't look great, Swansea, unfortunately for them. And Watford beat Oxford in the most boring game of the week. So yeah, Paolo Pezzolano will be happy. 2 goals on the stroke of half-time is kind of what settled it in the end. Oxford were on top towards the back end of that game. A lot of shots. It was kind of tale of 2 defensive being absolute shit in there as well. Yeah, that's the results. We'll just hop into the table quickly. Bottom still Sheffield United, 2 Sheffield clubs still at the bottom. Sheffield is shit. Still, 9 games in. Oxford can round off the relegation spaces. Blackburn down there as well with Derby 20th, 21st. John Eustace didn't really make much big of a switch, did he, really? Norwich 19th, Wrexham 18th, Southampton 17th. A few biggest sides down there. Liam Manning could be facing the sack. Oh, we didn't speak about the derby, did we? Ipswich 2, Norwich 1. Good result for them. And Ipswich finally get that hoodoo after, was it 16 years after beating them? So yeah, that's about it. I don't really care about that derby. I'm sorry, Ipswich and Norwich fans, if I have offended you. Wrexham 18th, Southampton 7th, Birmingham down in 16th. Really slumped under Chris Davies now, haven't we? Hull 15th, very okay start for Jukirovic, I guess. Mousinho's Portsmouth up and back above Southampton. Charlton 13th, Swansea still up in 12th despite losing to Leicester at the weekend. Watford in 11th, Bristol City 10th, Ipswich starting to climb the table in 9th now as well. Millwall in 8th, West Brom 7th, just outside the playoffs. Not been the best of form for the Albion boys under Ryan Mason's of recent times, of course. 6th QPR, 5th Stoke, 4th Preston. That is 4th to 6 you would not expect in the Championship. Leicester in 3rd, starting to climb a bit. Middlesbrough and Coventry round off your top 2. Coventry City are top of the Championship. Absolute crazy stuff when they usually start the seasons pretty crap. Let's just jump into League 1 right now. League 1 we go, and we'll start with Thursday night actually, and it's Rotherham United taking on. Wait, it was Rotherham taking on Bradford. It's not a predictions video. It was a 2-2 draw between those two. Bradford fighting back. Rotherham's defensive issues costing them again in that one. Doncaster 1, Burton 1 in the other one. At 12:30, of course, Wycombe 2, Barnsley 2. Thrilling draw for Michael Duff's Wycombe against Conor Horan, and Barnsley against his old side, Michael Duff, of course. Blackpool 0, Wimbledon 2. That's the end of Steve Bruce. He's been sacked, hasn't he? Johnny Jackson's Wimbledon keep marching onwards. Bolton and Stephen Schumacher getting another strong result in their nice 2-1 home win over Peterborough United in that one. Cardiff beating Leyton Orient by 4-3 in there as well. Bit of a goal fest, that one. Leyton Orient conceding a few too many goals. I think they're a bit leaky at the back. They're good going forward, but very leaky at the back. Stockport getting a away win at Leigh Grants. Huddersfield, very good motivator for Stockport County is that result in there as well. Lincoln 0, Exeter 1. Very solid away win for Gary Caldwell's side over Lincoln City in that one by 1-0. Plymouth 1, Wigan 1 in there as well. Brian Lowe going back to his former side, grabbing a draw. Not the best result for either side. Bit of a scrappy draw probably in that one. Port Vale 0, Northampton 0 is the board draw of the weekend. I think I predicted a draw. Not that kind of draw though. Reading 1, Mansfield 1 in there as well. And Matt Bloomfield has been sacked as Luton coach after they lost 2-0 at Alex Ravel. Stevenage Luton, who they're going to get in as their new manager. I think it's more the players down at Luton. I don't think they are going to be getting promoted. I think they'll just stay a League One club now forever, maybe. Reading 1, Mansfield 1, we've just spoken about. Decent point for both, I think. Both fans will be happy with that. Now we waffle through the table, and it's Peterborough United in 24th, Blackpool 23rd, Rotherham 22nd, Burton round off the relegation 4 in League One. Wycombe just scraping outside there, Reading in 19th, Leyton Orient 18th, Exeter in 17th, Port Vale in 16th. All these sides kind of in the relegation battle within 3 points anyway of it. Plymouth in 15th, Wigan in 14th. Play each other at the weekend, are right next to each other in the table. 13th, Northampton doing a good job as Kevin Nolan. So is Nigel Clough at Mansfield. 12th, Luton 11th. Not really, bit inconsistent so far this season. They thought they were on a run. Doncaster 10th, Grant McCann. They're doing okay at the moment. Barnsley in 9th. Bolton in 8th, Stockport in 7th, and just missing out on those playoffs Stockport are just missing out on those playoffs. Huddersfield 6th, Wimbledon 5th, Lincoln 4th. That is a crazy top 6. How are Huddersfield still in the top 6? I don't know. Lincoln 4th. Cardiff 3rd, and your top 2 are Stevenage and Bradford. Stevenage do have a game in hand. Could they be the real deal and get in the playoffs and do what Leyton Orient did last year? That is my League One review. Let's hop into League Two. League Two we go then, and we start with the 12:30 kickoffs as MK Dons beat Gillingham in a dramatic game by 3-2. Newport 0, Swindon 1 in there as well. Good win for Ian Holloway Swindon as they keep the pressure on Walsall. Barnet 2, Accrington 0. Actually going back to that, MK Dons beat Gillingham. Just did speak about it, not by a lot, but very, very good win. I think that's back-to-back losses for Gillingham now, so that is not great news for them. And Gareth Ainsworth, they've got a few problems to sort out. Now we move into Barnet 2, Accrington 0. Dean Brennan's side getting a nice home win at the Hive over Accrington Stanley. And that one, Barnet 0, Shrewsbury 0. Forget about it. Bromley 3, Tranmere 3. Absolutely mental game of football, this one. Cameron Norman with the man of the match performance in this one. Andy Womanside getting a decent point despite the 10 men kind of throwing it away a little bit as well after being 3-1 up. Cambridge 3, Crawley 1, a team that did win 3-1 were Cambridge over Crawley. Good win for Neil Harris's side. They just creep into the playoffs after that win over Scott Lindsay's side. Crawley, really, really struggling near the drop zone, aren't they? They're 21st. Cheltenham 2, Fleetwood 0. Not great really for Fleetwood. Good home win for Cheltenham though. Deserved winners in that one. Shock of the weekend probably came at Colchester smashing Chesterfield 6-2. crazy result. Absolutely bloody crazy result, that one. Good win for Colchester and Danny Cowley. Paul Cook, on the other hand, will be looking to improve next time around and next week, of course. Notts County 3, Oldham 1. Good solid win for Notts County in that one over Oldham Athletic and Mickey Mellon. Salford 0, Grimsby 2. Very, very good away win for David Artell and his side in that one. Solid away win for Grimsby Town in that one. Deserved winners as well. And Walsall beating Bristol Rovers by 2-1, and Walsall stay top of the league, and it's a solid win over Darrell Glucksman. I think I did back Bristol Rovers in the predictions last week. But yeah, Walsall proving me wrong once again, and Harrogate Crew is tonight, which we will keep an eye on, of course, before we do the League 2 when we do the League 2 predictions tomorrow, sure I will mention it. So yeah, and let's just check the table out. Bottom still Newport, Shrewsbury 23rd. Cheltenham dragged themselves out of it into 22nd spot. Newport are now bottom of the table. Crawley 21st, lurking in the bottom 4 or so. Bottom 4. Accrington 20th. Colchester 19th. Tranmere 18th, Barrow 17th, Harrogate 16th. Now you're up into the mid-table. Oldham doing well after their poor start, of course. Fleetwood 14th. Kind of expect a bit more from them. Bromley, same thing. Crewe, the same thing. Bristol Rovers, kind of expected them to be in and around there, maybe pushing for playoffs. Barnet in 10th, Notts County in 9th. Can they push for the playoffs later on in the season? Chesterfield in 8th after that heavy defeat to Colchester has bumped them outside the playoffs, unfortunately for them in that one. Cambridge in 7th, scraping in there, of course. MK Dons in 6th, back inside the playoffs. That's what Paul would have wanted. They'll be looking to challenge now. Only 3 points behind 3rd place. Grimsby, Salford 5th, of course. Gillingham 4th, Grimsby. A bit of a gap opening up between them and Swindon and Walsall. Of course, Grimsby need to start winning. So did Gillingham, so did Salford, and so do MK Dons if they've got any chance of automatic promotion this year. So yeah, that is my League 2 review done. Thank you very much for watching my League 2 review, EFL review for game weeks 9 and 11 in the respective leagues. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all on the next one, which I'm not sure what that'll be. It'll be League 2 predictions tomorrow, and then we might preview the England game with the League 1 picks in there as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one.